Hoyas, today is your day. Each step you take has brought you here. Anticipation, hope, perseverance, and determination. You have left your mark. This is your legacy. You brought a wave of strength and resilience to DC, overcoming challenges unseen for generations, and you rose to the occasion. Ready to defy expectations, each step you take is rooted in your dreams, aspirations, and vision for the future. Today is the culmination of all your hard work and the spark that will ignite change in the world. One class on the verge of greatness, a class built for this moment, rises to meet the moment. We gather with our families, friends, and loved ones today to celebrate the class of 2020. Your gifts, your talents, your fullest selves, poised to make an impact far beyond the hilltop. Our mission as people for others has just begun. Each step you take, we take together. Because with each step, you are a part of something bigger. A community of Hoyas who lives our values out loud. From that first step onto the hilltop to the next step out into the world ahead, we are forever Hoyas. Today, we step forward as Hoyas, a community who knows no bounds. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are Georgetown. Every Hoya, this is your moment. Let it be heard. Hoya Saxa.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. So on May 16th, 2020, we sent you an email. We said, all this year, we have looked forward to this day when we would confer with comparable circumstance on our newest graduates, the degrees they have worked so hard to earn. But unfortunately, that is not possible, we said. Right now, we said. But we all look forward to that day in the future after ordinary life has been restored to the campus and to the nation, when we can celebrate properly our extraordinary newest alumni. I am here to say, we are here to say, that day has arrived. Now, we have to admit, it was a little later than we thought. We thought that we would surely bring you back to campus for homecoming in the fall of 2020, but as you may remember, there was no one here in the fall of 2020. And then we thought we'd have you back in May of 2021, but that turned out to be impossible. No one 2 years ago could have imagined the toll that COVID would exact on you as individuals and on our university. But you and this institution we love has withstood the test of time. You and Georgetown have been strengthened by the rigors imposed on us. And now, perhaps, as with so much of life's most important moments, it is all the sweeter, perhaps, for having been postponed so long. So we welcome you home. If you will, please all stand for the national anthem and the opening prayer. After the national anthem, the invocation will be offered by the Reverend Gregory Shinden of the Society of Jesus, Director of Campus Ministry. The national anthem will be sung by the Georgetown University Concert Choir and chamber singers under the direction of Frederick M. Binkholder, Professor of the Practice in the Department of Performing Arts. Please join your voices with theirs.
Let us pray. Good and loving God, we come back to you this day, enlivened with your spirit of gratitude for making us collaborators in your ongoing work of formation. You have called each of us in a spirit of belonging to this community at Georgetown these years, blessing us with the inimitable legacy that began with Ignatius of Loyola and has been passed from generation to generation. The gift of our mission, founded on the practice of reflection and discernment, dare us to move beyond what is known, what is secure, broadening our imagination, deepening our trust in you, and emboldening us to strive for the common good of all. As parents and guardians this day, we thank you for these, our children, loved from their first moments, watching them become the people we celebrate and admire today. As their partners, spouses, and friends, we thank you for the gift of love, loyalty, and kindness they have shared with us, and for the models of service and dedication they are to us. As faculty, staff, and administrators here at Georgetown, we are grateful to you for the opportunity to participate in the formation of these students, to honor them for their hard work this day, for their achievement, and to thank them for the inspiration they provide to keep us going in our chosen vocations. As we begin our time together this day, hear our simple prayer. As we thrive, Lord, be our joy. When we are weary, be our strength. When we doubt, be our faith. When anxious, our peace. When we're discouraged, be our hope. Let each of us continue to feel your presence in all we say, do, and are. Bestow this on us, Lord. Take all that we have and all that we are. Give us only your love and your grace. And with these, may we continue to flourish. May we continue to flourish. Amen.
Thank you, Father Shinden. Please be seated. As you will hear in a few minutes, the Congress of the United States has chartered Georgetown to do two things: to examine students and to confer degrees on those who succeed in those examinations. We've already done both of those things for your class. Today we come together to recognize your achievements, to celebrate you as individuals and as a class in its totality. And perhaps most importantly, to give you the opportunity to come together once more to enrich and deepen your ties with one another as members of the Georgetown family. On January 23rd, 1789, our founder, the Most Reverend John Carroll, first Archbishop of Baltimore and first Catholic bishop in the United States, acquired legal title to the 1-acre plot of the hilltop that became Dahlgren Quadrangle. We mark that date as the university's founding. Our first student, the future North Carolina Congressman William Gaston, arrived here in 1791. It was later, in 1815, with student enrollments passing the 100 mark, that the college's president, Reverend John Grassi of the Society of Jesus, asked then Congressman Gaston to present a petition for a federal charter, a document that still today sanctions the university's academic enterprise. Georgetown's is the first federal charter in the history of the Republic and enjoys the additional distinction of having been signed by President James Madison, the father of the U.S. Constitution. It is our custom to initiate all academic ceremonies with a reading of that charter. To discharge that duty, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Marie Matson, Secretary of the University.
An act concerning the College of Georgetown in the District of Columbia. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, that it shall and may be lawful for such persons as now are, or from time to time may be, the president and directors of the College of Georgetown within the District of Columbia, to admit any of the students belonging to said college or other persons meriting academical honors to any degree in the faculties, arts, sciences, and liberal professions to which persons are usually admitted in other colleges and universities of the United States, and to issue in an appropriate form the diplomas or certificates which may be requisite to testify to the admission of such degree. Signed, Langdon Cheevis, Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Gaillard, President pro tempore of the Senate, approved March 1st, 1815, James Madison, President of the United States.
Thank you, Marie. Today's address to the graduates will be introduced by Dr. John T. Monahan, Interim Dean of the School of Nursing and Health Studies.
Thank you, Provost Groves. It's my honor to introduce today's speaker. Ambassador Mark Dybel is a transformative leader in the field of global health. The legacy of his work has literally impacted the lives of millions throughout the world, including the most vulnerable. Dr. Dybel is a graduate of Georgetown College and Georgetown Medical School, and in 2008, Georgetown recognized him with an honorary degree. He has had a distinguished career in government service. In 2006, he became the U.S. Global AIDS Coordinator and led the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR. PEPFAR was the largest and most ambitious effort ever launched by any nation to target a single disease. Throughout his career, he has returned to Georgetown in a number of capacities. Most recently, in 2019, he co-founded the Georgetown Center for Global Health Practice and Impact. He previously served as Distinguished Scholar and co-director of the Global Health Law Program at Georgetown's O'Neill Institute for National and Global Health Law. Ambassador Dybel has also served as executive director of the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, and now leads Enochian Biosciences, a company working to develop cures for diseases such as HIV, hepatitis B, and different forms of cancer. On a personal note, I should add that I've had the privilege to work closely with Mark in many capacities here at Georgetown and in government over many years. I know of few, if any, people whose life's work better embodies the values of Georgetown University than Dr. Dybel. His servant leadership in public life, his commitment to social justice, his passion to address suffering with whom and wherever it may be found, all these qualities define a career of service and commitment. It's my privilege to welcome to the podium the Honorable Mark Dybel.
Eternity touches time in the present. Eternity touches time in the present. This paraphrase from C.S. Lewis seems particularly powerful at this present moment in time, right here, today, at your postponed ceremony. The past 2 years have delayed much. Those years are an indelible, difficult, and in many ways a painful part of who we have become, of who we are. But in this moment, you have all chosen to create something wonderful out of that, something that touches eternity. Deep thanks for including me in your moment, to President DeGioia, the faculties and administrators of each of the schools, and in particular, you, the graduates of 2020, and your families and loved ones who made the very deliberate choice to return to the hilltop to celebrate your achievements. At all graduations, there's an understandable tendency to dwell on the past, and we should and do celebrate your academic and personal achievements. Perhaps this graduation, now 2 years in the making, helps lift us from the past to the present. In many ways, the world has been upended. Our reality today is fundamentally different than December of 2019. But the world's experience is really the accumulation of the experiences of every person, community, and nation. So much has happened to your lives in 24 months, professionally and personally. Perhaps loved ones died. Formative experiences with classmates, professors, employers, friends, and family were delayed or even lost. The word Zoom can strike terror into our souls. Yet in the words of the Jesuit poet Gerard Manley Hopkins, For all this, nature is never spent. There lives a dearest freshness deep down things. So here you are, here you chose to be, drawing from the well of your dearest freshness, in this present moment when time touches eternity. In fact, at every moment in the past, and in every moment in the future, time meets eternity. C.S. Lewis tried to capture, in a short phrase, the insights of many religions and philosophies that span millennia. We can spend so much of our time and energy reliving and regretting the past, or planning and worrying about the future. But perhaps the past 2 years have taught us that while we cannot change the past, we can learn and grow from it. And while we have no ability to know what the distant future will bring, our actions today, in the very present moment, can impact what the future will look like. And what a moment it is right now. The world has never been in greater flux. Everything seems uncertain. Let's pull back the lens a bit, beyond the immediacy of a pandemic and the devastating social inequality and injustice that it has exposed, a larger ground war in Europe than we have seen since World War II, and approximately 40 other wars happening today that very few people pay attention to, an existential climate crisis, and yet another slaughter of innocent children in schools where they were preparing for their futures. Not since the Industrial Revolution and 2 world wars have we experienced such profound global and local socioeconomic change. With the exception of the United States, the global powers had been stable for centuries, to be sure with ebbs and flows, but the countries that make up the G8 dominated the world. In 2012, the 11% of the global population that live in those 8 countries controlled more than 50% of the nominal GDP. In 2020, only 8 years later, it was less than 35%. Formerly low-income countries account for the fastest growing economies, and with that financial power has come political power, now with the explicit aim to reshape the global landscape. People are moving around at an astounding pace, even in COVID times. Only 75 million troops were mobilized during the 3 years of World War I. 100 years later, in 2018, 234 million international travelers flew to and from the United States alone. From 1990 to 2020, the number of people emigrating more than doubled, reaching 280 million people. Ideas are moving even faster than people. Perhaps nothing more than shifts in power and the movement of people, nothing in history has created stronger reaction than the movement of ideas. From the printing press and the Gutenberg Bible to social media and color revolutions, when ideas are moving, things are going to change. The collision of all those massive forces, the reshaping of socioeconomic and political power, movement of people and ideas, a global pandemic, a large ground war in Europe, an environmental existential crisis, at once, all in this moment in time, in the present, is, at least in my reading of history, completely unprecedented. In the past, 1 or 2 change events created great uncertainty. With that uncertainty came fear. With fear came its constant companion, hate. In the past, we had decades to work through and resolve the change and the reaction to that change, often with horrific and world-shaking events during the process. Now we have years, not decades, to work through seemingly insurmountable problems. Our institutions and the people who inhabit them currently are not built for such rapid change, especially simultaneous change. It is painfully clear, and these last 2 years teach us, that the generation up here on this stage is not going to get us out of the mess we are in. Now, I speak collectively of our generation, not of the individuals. And so, the historical, human, almost inherent reaction to massive change seems to be pushing us down that well-worn path of uncertainty, fear, and hate. But patterns are not inevitable. And for all that, nature is never spent. In you, the assembled graduates, a new generation, there is a dearest freshness deep down things. Patterns, as I said, are not inevitable. Even in the worst events of today, we see glimmers of a different way, countless acts of kindness and grace. We see the path of hope and its constant companion, love, of people standing up and striving for an inclusive human family tied together by personal and social justice. The hope for that eternity exists in this present moment here under this tent. Data tell us that your generation has an inclusive, expansive, and global mindset. Due to the pandemic, Georgetown has this historic first event. All of the professional and graduate school students are receiving your degrees and honors together. Not only have disparate schools been brought together, but in a very real way, much of the world has gathered here. The graduating classes of the school represented under this tent are comprised of students from more than 50 countries, more than a quarter of the world. Perhaps this unique moment under this tent, born out of a devastating crisis, offers a wonderful glimpse into a new, inclusive path for your generation and for each of you as a person. No single discipline, no single person, no single nation can solve the interconnected problems that we face. In whatever profession you currently have, diplomat, business person, academic, medical professional, lawyer, politician, policymaker, you can choose moment by moment, decision by decision, to act with hope. Some of you will create new institutions and organizations to harness cross-disciplinary expertise and action to begin to tackle these huge problems. But all of you, all of us, can try to ensure that in every thought we have and every action we take, in every present moment, we are looking beyond ourselves, beyond our own profession, our own community, our own country, so that the collective ripples of each action become waves washing to every shore. We can ask in everything we do, are we contributing to a better world, a more just world, or are we drawing more energy and hope out of it? We can choose hope over fear and love over hate. A former president of this beautiful university and a mentor to President DeGioia and myself quoted from my favorite Shakespeare play, The Tempest, in every commencement address he gave. The play's title, The Tempest, and the words seem more relevant now than at any time he used them. Be not afeared. The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that, if I then had waked after long sleep, will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds, methought, would open and show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I waked, I cried to dream again. It's okay to cry. We all need to, and many of us have, perhaps more than usual in the past few years. But then we can wake up, grab a hold of our dreams, and make them real. Today, in the present moment, while time touches eternity.
Thank you, Dr. Dybel, for those remarks. We move now to the recognition of the members of the graduate and professional classes of 2020. They will be presented to President DeGioia in the following order. Graduates from the Law Center. The Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. The Edmund A. Walsh School of Foreign Service. The School of Nursing and Health Studies. The McCourt School of Public Policy. The McDonough School of Business. And the School of Continuing Studies.
Hello, I am honored to be here on behalf of Dean William Traynor of the Law Center. Dean Traynor regrets that he could not be with us today, but he asked me to convey to all of you his warmest congratulations. And now, will the 2020 graduates of the Law Center please stand? President DeGioia, as Associate Dean of the Law Center, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of the Law Center class of 2020. Their names will be read by Professor Michael Cedrone. As you approach the stage, please follow the directions of the ushers. You may be seated.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Ohm and President DeGioia. I ask the audience to hold applause until all of our students have been recognized. Perry Sylvester Udare. Ramesh Shamir Adams. Lisa Akini. Kika Alex Oko. Tariq Saeed. Atim Amana. Cynthia Anderson. Patrick Barecchia. Larson Elizabeth Binzer. James Brown. Shantae Brown. Daniel Carlin. Hernan Chiriboga Nobillo. Fernando da Silva Falco. Angel Darvalich. Ryan Davies. Gray Decker. Lorian Grace Della Thomas. Adolfo Dulofit. Andrew Doe. Mayanne Dunker. Danielle Ellison. Goche Argul. Christine Farzan. Tamara Evelyn Faid. Andrea Fenster. John Fieldsand. Leora Friedman. Talia Garcia. Caroline Leslie Garth. Gabriel Gates. Thank you. Avi Ginsberg. Christopher Glasscock Camarillo. Joshua Gonzalez. Allison Christina Haggard. William Hamilton. Matthias Hausdorff. Kelly Haran. Aparna Jaswal. Chuyun Chung. Ilse Patricia Johnson. Isaiah Joshua Jones. Nicholas Joinson. Benjamin Kamelhar. Madel Kanga. Nicholas Kennedy. Alexander Douglas Kaiser. Iman Koldebaran. Thank you. Sabine Violetta Kubina. Kimberly Leto Kwan. Kimberly Lynn Manusa. Ryan McMurray. Kuladeep Medasani. Guy Mentel. Victor Metallo. Megan Montfort. Darren Acne Mumfrey. Michael Joseph Oberles. Carolyn O'Toole. Andrea Nujim. Marie Dorchu Overdon. Joyce Moore Murphy. Andres Alvarez Calderon Campos. Marcela Oliveira. Alessandro Musio. Katie Pennell. Mushfiqur Rahman. Josane Resendez Alvarez. Taylor Ridley. Laura Roldan Castellanos. Matthew Eric Solomon. Isabella Santoni. Amaha Sirsu. Sheda Shabani. Erin Marie Seeloff. Emilia Sikorska. Allison Geneva Smith. Kendall Spencer. Danielle Stansel. Andrea Stefan Soto. Erin Louise Stewart. Charles Joseph Steen. Grace Stokan. Sofia Svinkovskaya. Catherine Tassin de Montague. Elizabeth Texera de Matos. Mildred Timbunde. Sophie Thackeray. Congratulations. Elise Thomas. Jiffany Tentem Lim Tongohan.
Perfect, thank you.
Amy Elizabeth Uline. Rachel Unger. Shui Wang. Venetia Weatherspoon. Christina Welch. Margaret White Van Hooser. Mark Wigley. Madison Clark Rudak Winey. Rachel Wofford. Tamesken Woldezion. Songhee Stephanie Yoon. Sherry Yu. Parnia Zahedi. Anna Zelaya Mendez. Junki Zhang. Congratulations. Antoine Prince Albert III. Nasruddin Al-Dubari. Angela Ray Abala. Maria Abramo. Gina Acevedo. Brian Ajodi. Tania Albuja. Juan Alteriba. Joseph Alvarez. Mariam Aslam. Almuneda Azcarate Ortega. Fernanda Caso Prado. Saadatu Hamu Aliyu. Okay. Tej Kurankor Bainez. Brian Jackson Barrett. Josefina Bocanegra. Emmett Navoy Brown. Fernando Martinez Calia. Ezekiel Carlos Carman. Anas Shanain. Sorry. Maya Cohen. Ana Maria Cortez Tamayo. Robert Delling. Nazli Duarte Gomez. Gabriel Agustan Echeverry Quintana. Munia Elharti Alonso. Haleta Gide Fizeja. Maria Lucia Garcia de Brigard. Aura Guerrero. Dan Abraham Ginigundo. Danielle Alberto Ginigundo. Michelle Huggins King. Agustino Ibanez. Fatin El-Kabashi Ibrahim. Niyati Jigyasi. Max Katner. Zubin Kaperda. Rana Kalela. Daniel Knudsen. Lucas Lanzrein. Daniel Lopez. Mary Lou Merstal. Maria Belen Moreno. Ilana Musa. Jessica Munoz. Arman Knott. Caroline Noirez. Christos Damian Vorkas. Ta Nida Nwam Changnong. Chinedu Wakuchu. Ionade Ojutaladyo. Anulawapo Olopade. Suyang Park. Rachel Velmovitsky Weinstein. Mariella Perozzi. Good. Juan Pablo Obeid. Daniel Rangel Huardo. Inez Rodriguez Lederman. Domenico Gonzalez Rossi Messina. Guillermo Gonzalez Saldivar. Sorry. Maria Sawane de la Cuesta. Fernanda Rodriguez Pliego. Gianella Severini. Julian Uribe Umanya. Natalia Paz Sandoval Unda. Mariana Saraf. Christine Seifert. Tal Shetrit. Mohanad Salemi. Shruti Shrivastava. David Stegman. Edwina Stevens. Michael Stinnett Kassoff. Yitzhak Tandowski. Alberto Carbonar. Tixon, right? Justine Stephanie Tixon. Elisa Torres Soto. Hannah Wallström. Tania Biascan Cardenas. Mariana Wiesel Beltrame. Jasmine Zampronio. Elena Casco. Jesse Jimenez. Thank you.
Will the 2020 graduates of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences please stand? President DeGioia, as Dean of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of the Graduate School class of 2020. Jessica Marr will read the names of those who received the Doctor of Philosophy. Megan Boyer will read the names of graduates in the master's programs in biomedical graduate education. And Jessica Marr will read the names of the Masters of Arts and Sciences. As you approach the stage, please follow the direction of the ushers. You may be seated.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Sens and President DeGioia. I ask the audience to hold its applause until all of our students have been recognized. Alyssa Adcock. Puya Almasi. Gas Bakoda. Chrissy Bisline Bonilla. Edith Brignoni Perez. Zeus Alan de los Santos. Elena Derby. Sandra de Gruber. Saher Forotenejad. Abe Goyle. Yushin Hao. Parnika Kadim. Amanda Noel Lay. Alexander Finn McCartney. Ashley Carter Pipes. Seema Sakai. Patrick Scallon. William Schlickenmeyer. Renu Singh. Manasa Suresh. Tavish Vaida. Brandon Tulloch. Nicole Venegas.
We now invite the graduates of biomedical graduate education to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Sens and President DeGioia. I ask the audience to hold its applause until all of our students have been recognized. Reem Mohammed S. Al-Juhani. Adeze Anamege. Nicholas Baker. Tara Barsotti. Sarah Balai. Ria Bott. Rochelle Buenaventura. Grace Elizabeth Capatio. Lauren Elizabeth Castellana. Go Lauren! Morgan Senator Galvin. Rodika Churia. Asia Unique Coleman. Did we have a... You said it. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Lauren Taumi Dam. Eden Demes. Lizzie Dennison. Juliana Diaz. Ziad Saeed El-Harabi. Integra Feliciano. Kaylee Ann Kennedy Fisher. Sion Debekulu Habtamu. Joanne Harris. Jiangung He. Stefan Erard. Barbara Hernandez Panunzio. Nusrat Islam. Mohammed Jibril. Marlene Jordana. Sikander Khan. Stephanie Khoury. Neville Karana. Ju Dan Lee. Mauricio Lisama. Magdalise Mendoza. Shania Mingo. Caitlin Mooney. Teresa Neves. Stephanie Olaya. Basma Udi. Mansi Ponce. Goretti Parmu. Kyle Prado. Anna Pulley. Diana Rojas Rodriguez. Emma Catherine Rowland. Tamara Rudder. Madison Richards. Jennifer Russell. Taylor Dugan. Raven Santiago. Ayana Simpson. Carrie Smith. Alexis Sullivan. Chunapa Tawan Pasert. Akosia Thompson. Brandy Tower. Monica Ann Faye Villegas. Andrew David Vogel. Zixiang Wang. Crystal Aline Carol Warmack. Andrea Utah Waman.
Kevin Ackerman. Giovanni Bojwani. Caitlin Bowers. Rachel Bolger. Lucas Chandler. Shreya Chauhan. Alexander Chavez. Naira Chalontas. Yaolin Chen. William Condon. Duke Donald Kotoko. Richard Curley. Nicholas DeMeo. Porva Desai. Gabrielle Deutsch. Wen-Chen Dong. Anne Jillian Dumanat. Kimberly Duran. Rahel Avital Feinstein. Grant Everett Farrington. Ye Gong. Charlie Goodson. Ruzen Guo. Arush Gupta. Dina Hanaringa. Randall Harris. Zinu Zhang. Dominique Haywood. Danlin Huang. Proma Huck. Prayerna Kaul. Masuma Kanandan. Sandy Lee. Grayson Lewis. Jingjing Ling. Shannon Mayer. Rebecca Stow. Lindsay Taylor Mosley. Caroline Mayer O'Donnell. Julie Jue O. Benjamin Osborne. Nicholas Osborne. Zachary Osborne. Kayla Owens. Onai Payam. Onai Payam. Misty Cartwright. Shane Dante Quinn. Morgan Ansley Robinson. Harris Uzar Samad. Patrick Simon. Taylor Rochelle Vinson. Rachel Wheatley. Zihan Xiao. Shuting Yan. Yuge Yao. Shui Zhou. Maria Zyla.
Will the graduates of the Edmund A. Walsh School of Foreign Service please stand? President DeGioia, as Dean of the Walsh School of Foreign Service, the oldest school of international affairs in the United States, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of those who've received graduate degrees in the School of Foreign Service, class of 2020. Julie Walsh McMurtry will read their names, and as you approach the stage, please follow the directions of the ushers. You may be seated.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Hellman and President DeGioia. I ask the audience to hold its applause until all of our students have been recognized. Mayaz Alam. Basima Al-Gussein. Christian Macbeth Allen. Sonia Alvarez. Regina Argenzio. Katie Arthur. Kirsten Bataccio. Alexander Beloff. Belen Bianco. Parker Benedict. David Bleckman. Maria Judita Porcelli. Maputi Putuli. Abigail Adelaide Bowman. Eric Britton. Emily Birchfield. Benjamin McGrew Kennedy. Dakota Carey. Carolina Chierdi. Raleigh Connerly. Timothy Cook. Talita Costa Pasoa. Alexandra Deese. Rachel Dimston. Shireen Dirani. Shannon Edgar. Aziz Igamoth. Amy Catherine Alinsky. Karen Erez. Morgan Fier. Paul Fisher. Hannah Fodale. Jonathan Galung Fong. Emma Fox. Max Freeman. Miriam Frost. Lucia Gallegos Morris. Beatriz Garcia Velasquez. Luis Manuel Garzón Negreros. Nathan Wood Gately. Sofia Gatsios. Grayson Geller. Paul Gill. Chloe Gilroy. Andrea Gonzalez Garnier. James Gordy. Samuel Green. Amanda Lynn Greenberger. Nathan Gira. Vivian Grace Haggerty. Mina Hanna. Rita Husseini. Christina Hunsinger. Brendan Johnson. Ilham Jorayev. Karolina Kvachkova. Celia Margaret Laskowski. Anna Liu. Robert Long. Melanie Lowry. Simon McCulloch. Grace Mahul. Aaron Malcolm. Rebecca G. Malone. Scott McCollum. Stephen McFarland. Camille Elise McIntyre. Sophia Danielle Muhlenberg. Joseph Michaels. Melissa Miller. Lauren Alexis Molina. Christopher Morris. Kelly Moss. Victoria Murrieta Mosri. Laura Newton. Stuart Nichols. Joshua Olson. Anthony Orlando. Lauren Pagan. Joshua Parsons. Christine Peterson. Richard Robinson Pera. Judith Areli Perez Garza. Alexander Peter. Stacy Purtle. Caitlin Erin Rice. Laura Rodriguez. James Rogers. Staff Sergeant Alexander John Seada. Luke Schroeder. Emily Elizabeth Dieter Schultz. Jonathan Shen Ji Seng. John Seymour. Cameron Patrick Shane. Hamza Sharifzoda. Benedicta Solf. Alistair Somerville. Jessica Spanswick. Joseph Stubbiel. Harper Stiles. Sonia Sue. Brennan Thorpe. Ida Maria Tika. Christel Van Komberg. Yingzi Wang. Andrew Warner. Adi Weisfuse. Jonathan Wirtz. Leopold Wildenauer. Caleb Withers. Eric Woods. Marvin Wiley. Daniel Ching Yang Zhang. Tayyab Ahmad.
You did great.
Will the 2020 graduates of the School of Nursing and Health Studies please stand? All right. President DeGioia, as Interim Dean of the School of Nursing and Health Studies, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of those who received master's and doctoral degrees in the School of Nursing and Health Studies in the class of 2020. Their names will be read by Dr. Sarah Vitone. As you all approach the stage, please follow the directions of the ushers. You may be seated.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Monahan and President DeGioia. Veronica Angelo. Michael Bollock. Paola Hernandez. Thomas Drummond. Jamie Ferguson. Raven Shimon Fulton. Armias Grinnis. Stephanie Jenkins. Jacqueline Elizabeth Beth King. Kehoakai Lakupu. Nicole McGilton. Kayla Myers. Deanna Miranda. Deborah Esther DeGraff Nash. Sarah Marie Atto. Claire Paoletta. Meredith Rowe. Megan Shackleton. Mara Thomas. Taylor Troan. Cielo Valendia Kellner. Neela Whitico. James Yeager. And the graduates from the Doctoral of Nursing Practice. Kathleen Berry. Shauna Browning. Precious Daniels. Hashina Pereira. And Megan Thompson.
Will the 2020 graduates of the McCourt School of Public Policy please stand? Dr. DeGioia, as Dean of the McCourt School of Public Policy, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of those who received graduate degrees in the McCourt School class of 2020. Their names will be read by Professor Frank Wiebe. As you approach the stage, please follow the direction of the ushers.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Kanchan and President DeGioia. Naziza Ahmad. Hamad Al-Mufta. Margarita Arguello. Teresa Becky. Jean Landry Binam Keyanfe. Todd Bowens. Dipanuita Chakraborty. Chandler Dawson. William Ernst. Lincoln Foran. Rachel Gritch. Maria Gian. Wei-Ching Huang. Julia Hurley. Regina Johnson. Radhika Kao. Alberto Alejandra Lara. Ido Levy. Wei-Ting Li. Yu-Chu Liu. Ayush Manandar. Paul Nicholas Pacheco. Michael Pruitt. Annette Michelle Raveno Navarro. Carrie Riley. Carolyn Reppert. Lauren Robertson. Jessica Sattler. Hersh Sharda. Marissa Schenk. Kia Sosa. Omar Suarez. Bailey Sutton. Nisha Taboson. Liping Wang. Patricia Ward. Chandler Shu. Will the 2020 graduates of the McDonough School of Business please stand? Dr. DeGioia, as Dean of the McDonough School of Business, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of the McDonough School of Business class of 2020. Professor Prashant Malavia will read the names of those who graduated with the Masters in Business Administration, and Dean Badia Kamrad will read the names of those who graduated in the Master's programs. As you approach the stage, please follow the directions of the ushers. You may be seated.
Ileana Aguilar. Mubin Ahmad. Matabe Ako Achir. Amal Al-Nazi. Buthina Al-Kuwari. Noura Al-Kuwari. Hassan Al-Thawadi. Nasser Al-Ziyara. Ike Anyuku. Ariane Andrade. Nicholas Atala. Luis Borrero. Parker Bill. Ernesto Camacho. Azizullah Kaisani. Sarah Capozzo Colonias. Jasmine Carrasco. Yu Chen. Courtney Collins. Kara Davis. William Del Bagno. Ahna Dalwar. Joseph Di Piazza. Lillian Dunleavy. Chris Fabek. James Fryman. Zainab Rubab Haider. Matthew Harrell. Andrew Harrison. Amy Comins. Gabrielle McKenzie. Anup Raj Matu. Pasha Mostagim. Joseph Non. Sabrina Nieves. Nathaniel Noyd. Paul O'Brien. Jose Olivero. Sabrina Fawn. Anthony Rod. Jennifer Rajpura. Yang Ren. Krista Charette, Andrew Shields, Ryan Short, Joel Sharav, Sarah Slack, David Taylor, Sarah Tillotson, Rosalind Walton, Junki Wong, Wesley Wong, Jiayu Wan, Linda Wenger, John Paul Winchester, Brian Woodall, Fan Wei Yin. I think.
Navda Agarwal. I did that. Yasmin Ajdari. Oliver Ames. Jose Andre Ambriz. Catherine Angstadt. Ashley Singleton. Nathan Arrowsmith, Elsa Deku Atkinson, Michael Bachman, Timothy Bollinger, Fernando Barbosa, Tosif Bari, Christopher Barth, Alex Bayani, Jeff Ball, Adam Bender, Benjamin Blanchard, Margaret Boatner, Richard Bobo, Gallo Bowen, Gordon Bradshaw, Juan Cadena Rojas, Alexandra Carpenter, Berry Campion, Ashwin Chandrasekhar, Aniket Bhatt, Jason Chang, Akarsh Chaturvedi, Sankalp Chauhan, Lauren Kahn, Carlos Consuegra, Jacqueline Kaur, Anurag Dalal, Audrey Del Rosario, Christopher De La Fuente, Livia Earhart, Stephen Feiner, Kazra Farivari, Megan Evelyn Fella, Allison Fisk, Luis Font Figuerella, Robert Fort, Joe Gueron, Kunal Gawande, Fotini Gan, Evan Mike Giesman, Emily Glazner, Stephen Godofsky, Ganpati Balaji Guntur Radhakrishnan, Mohit Gupta, Jafet Kwaku Hammond, Megan Hannigan, Andrew Hadley, Roland Henshaw, Cody Hibbs, Benjamin Hewson, Wallace Show, Erin Hudson, Megan Inman, Gary Johnson, Dominique Jones, Rajan Kalirai, Akash Kang, Kaushik Kashyap, Oren Katz, Sophia Christel Kirby, Samuel Kim, James Kirby, Kelsey Knapp, Jared Cook, Saman Kumarai, David Kowalski, Rohit Lala, Theodore Joseph Langle, Caitlin Langs, Michael Lee, Joshua Lloyd, Bianca Lopez de Vitoria, Ping Lu, Pamela Lucas, James McKenzie, Courtney Bernadette McGee, Carlos Mazouf, Jacob Marshall, Julie Matt, Sebastian Major, Catherine McCarthy, Millet McFarlane, Erica Melito, Taha Javed Memon, Hanson Wangno, Abhash Meswani, Stephen Miller, Gabriela Miranda, Kushagr Mittal, Ricardo Mauro, Zaidan Mohammed, Sania Mohammed, Ron Montoya Ugarte, Abigail Moore, Megan Morrissey, Kavish Muneem, Chitrakshi Manjul, Haya Naja, Ahmad Nassar, Dara Novini, Venkata Nukavarapu, Taylor O'Brien, Sebastian Oquando Toro, Sebastian Oriak, Atiniuke Lola Osho, Abhishek Pandey, Akshar Patel, Shriya Patnam, Jonathan Payne, Natalie Perkowski, Nicole Pesce, Tracy Pillone, Elizabeth Powell, Courtney Powers, Nicholas Quaglia, Alana Shearnerman Quick, Jacqueline Kiano Diaz, Faizan Qureshi, Jeffrey Riley, Loretta Richardson, Patricia Rivera Corro, Daniela Rodriguez Valbuena, Jacob Russell, Caroline Sampson, Michelle Santuoso, Ryan Marie Scirocco, Alex Schick, Leslie Sebastian, Christian Sessi, Hilary Strahota, Ala Kamnaksh, Joseph Silverman, Michael Cox, Robert Sim, Jennifer Simpson, Dhruv Singh, Abra Sittler, Caitlin Smith, Mark Smith, Sudarshan Soma, Vaibhav Verma, Homero Soto Vargas, Kyle Stranahan, Bhumika Tharoor, Chelsea Thies, Gino Raymond Thompson, Eduardo Tirado, Maureen Truxton, Kadir Ustun, Nina Wan, Audrey Voorhees, Megan Wood, Summer Yang, Joanna Yee, David Wade, Sajda Zekaria.
Nice to meet you.
Will the 2020 graduates of the School of Continuing Studies please stand? Dr. DeGioia, as Dean of the School of Continuing Studies, I have the honor to present to you the representatives of the master's and doctoral programs in the School of Continuing Studies class of 2020. Their names will be read by Professor Uwe Brandis. As you approach the stage, please follow the directions of the ushers. You may be seated.
We now invite each graduate to cross the stage to be congratulated by Dean Otter and President DeGioia. I ask the audience to hold its applause until all of our students have been recognized. Marie Rosé Abuela, Tia Abner, Solomon Abdo, Jeff Jefferson An. Abdullah Abdulghani. Mohammed Abdul Habar. Abdullah Al-Karaim. Ali Al-Kuwari. Essa Al-Nasir. Madia Al-Ubi. Hamad Al-Katani. Ahmad Al-Sayed. Mohammed Al-Sayed. Brianne Also Brooks. Abdullah Al-Suwaidi. Isari Antalwantan Apong. Farouk Azad. Israel Baladares. Carlota Bartolini. Chandler Baxter. Lauren Beckham. Oh, we're just waiting. Fatia Belfakir. Melissa Bernard. Marcella Betancourt. Oscar Blanco Casas. Jordan Brock. Priscilla Brueggemann. Dajane Burton. Kelly Burton. Garvey Butler. Catalina Kalaktan. Gabrielle Chadwick. Troy Chotajaru Chaya. Alexander Clark. Christopher Coker. Christy Winkler. Lawrence Cozy. Chelsea Cox. Joanna Cruz. Sky Curry. Danielle Dunkart. Rebecca de Friidis. Preet Desai. Michael DeVault. Marco DeVito. Jacqueline Dewey. Carly Donovan. Ruz Drakalowski. Ezene Ebby. Ryan Evans. Corey Faria. Stephen Fisher. Norelis Florentino. Andrea Forard. Ryan Frazier. Lisa Freitas. Tracy Friend. Patricia Gans. Gabby Garcia. Grace Geiger. Zachary Geist. Christina Gordon. Jared Graham. Jennifer Gribnow. Emil Guliev. Cornelia Gallant Gustafson. Joanna Gutierrez. Ana Gutierrez Perez. Michael Guzman, Andrea Hagemann, Tiffany Hall, Anthony Hammerquist, Patrick Hanley, Nimra Haroun, Rebecca Hart, Jonathan Henry, Ronald Herrera, Will Hopton, Matthew Huron, Amanda Irizarry, Jake Isherwood, Leslie Eisler, Shamila Javed, Maria Jimenez, Aide Stephanie Jimenez Avila, Shraddha Joshi, Kale Joyce, Zakia Karmud, Paul David Kartachek, Henry Kenny III, Nikolai Carey, Kyla Kay, Maya Kudari, Andrea Kunat, Tammy Komia, Emily Koppel, Morgan Kuleza, Marva Kumpf, Deirdre Kuti, Melissa Lamanana, Haywood Lewis, David Lim, Rula Mulki, Wayne Martin, Faith McIver, Christopher McKee, Michael Meeks, Isaac Middleton, Abby Mochettini, Brian Morales, Catherine Morgan, Rukmini Mulik, Kelly Moya, Vanessa Munoz Quinn, Adriana Murray, Omar Nawar, Melvin Neisner, Gina Nogo Mohama, Sharon Guji, Piata Numnunua, Josephine Onoa, Brittany Pear, Andrea Pena, Saeed Pervez, Mackenzie Porter, Alexandra Prowl, Colby Quass, Madonna Rabatin, Kelvin Randall, Rajat Ravi Kumar, Jacinta Render, Thomas Renkes, Estefania Rodriguez, Alisa Rubio, Lisa Rushing, Andres Saldinas Aroca, Sonia Sampson, Corey Sanders, Teresa Scardino, Harry Sharper, Divya Singh, Fiorella Smith, Charles Snowden, Christine Solis, Monet Stevens, Leah Stewart, Ken Story, Susan Szymanski, David Taylor, Martina Tinong, Catherine Trader, Nicholas Tucker, Jazz Van Noon, Chelsea Visishik, Jessica Wagner, Alexia Nau, Ludmila Katsik, Don Carpenter, Chelsea Scott, Ellen Stokes Shado, Daniel Morgan, Jacob Lloyd, Hannah Zakaria, Dennis Wirgailis, Jordan Williams, Robert Williams, Kirk Westwood. I'm done.
Can you give them 1 second? I've got these two to read, so
Okay,
you're done.
great.
Stand up. Yeah, don't forget those.
Gotta get my...
We have 2 additional graduates from the Biomedical Graduate Education, Hope Azumobi. And from the McDonough School of Business, John Beal.
Now it is my distinct pleasure and honor to present Dr. John J. DeGioia, 48th President of Georgetown University, to offer closing remarks.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to be gathered with all of you this afternoon, the class of 2020, your parents, families, children, your caregivers, our faculty, staff, and friends. I want to express our appreciation to all of you for your presence here, to all of our colleagues who work so hard to make this day possible. I want to thank you all. On behalf of all of us here at Georgetown, to the class of 2020, welcome home. This is an exciting day, long awaited, much anticipated, the day that we mark your commencement. This is a moment for us to celebrate you, all that you experienced together, all that you achieved together, all that you mean to one another, and what you mean to this community. More than 2 years later, here we are, you are together again as a class. When you joined our community, you were invited into our way of life, a way of being that has provided the intellectual, moral, and spiritual foundation for our common life together. Our way of life provides for us a feeling of connectedness, a sense of reassurance, a sense that even with all of the disruptions and dislocations of these past 26 months,
This is your place. This is your community. That even with the abrupt break in March 2020, that you belong here and that you will always belong here as members of this very special community. I hope that as you experience this moment today and all the emotions that may come with it, you're able to experience a sense of consolation, a joy to returning to this place and reminding yourselves of the values that have guided you here, the people that have shaped you here, the moments that have provided you with insight and direction. We're so grateful to have this opportunity to share this moment with you and to thank you. So much has been asked of you. Your class had an experience unlike any other, facing immense uncertainty and challenge. This moment has required the very best in each one of us and the very best in all of us. And your class will be remembered for the responsibility that you accepted for one another and for all those around you, those across our communities. You honored this responsibility, guided by the deepest values that animate your lives, by the deepest values that shape our lives together here in this community. You brought out the best in one another, and in the tradition that animates our Georgetown community, we believe that when we seek the best in one another, we just might find the very best in ourselves. This will always be your community, and each of us and all of us has a responsibility to help sustain and strengthen this community. You took on this responsibility as graduate and professional students, and it's a responsibility you take on anew as members of our alumni community. We could not be more grateful to have this time to welcome you back to Georgetown for a rite of passage that we have celebrated in this community for more than 2 centuries. It is an honor to welcome you back to Georgetown and have this opportunity to say to the members of the Georgetown University class of 2020, congratulations on your commencement.
We will now close our ceremony with the singing of the Alma Mater, followed by the benediction, which will be offered by Sister Tu Do, Research Associate at the Georgetown University Center for Applied Research in the Apostolate and Resident Minister. The words and music of the Alma Mater are found at the back of your program. Please stand.
The spiritual exercises, a compilation of prayers and meditations of Saint Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, ends by saying that if we are grateful for all that we have been given, then the most natural response is to give back. So I would like to pray now both in a spirit of gratitude for all that we have been given and with prayers for continued strength to serve. Let us pray. Loving God, we come before you today with hearts full of gratitude. Thank you for the gifts of all those gathered here and for the blessing of this belated joyous occasion. Thank you for these extraordinary graduates of the class of 2020, for their perseverance, resilience, and faithfulness. Thank you for the grace that they have received to meet the challenges of a pandemic and to care for one another. Thank you for the dedication and abiding care of their deans, faculty, and administrators, as well as their current employers and mentors. Thank you for their families and friends who have tirelessly encouraged them as they persevered each day. We ask you, dear God, to bless these graduates with continued peace and joy. Guide them to continue to use their education to be beacons of light and serve the common good. When challenges arise, give them faith, courage, and unfailing hope. We pray also for the needs of our communities and our world so desperately in need of peace. We pray for those who suffer from endless violence in our nation and around the world. Trusting in your providence and grounded in gratitude, we depart here from our home away from home on the hilltop, grateful for the gifts you have given us, and with renewed energy to love and serve our world. And in the spirit of our Jesuit tradition, may our graduates' love for learning and service inspire us all to be women and men for others. Amen. Congratulations, graduates, you did make it.
Please remain standing in your places until the academic procession has recessed. Thank you especially to the musicians, to our speakers, to our guests. We invite you and your families to join us at receptions immediately following this ceremony to meet with your faculty and fellow graduates. We had such an overwhelming response from the class of 2020 for today's events. These celebrations will take place in several locations on campus. The School of Foreign Service will gather in the Southwest Quad tent. The McDonough School of Business will be in the Hariri building, and the reception for the Graduate School, Nursing and Health Studies, School of Continuing Studies, and the Law Center will take place on Cooper Field. The graduation exercises of the class of 2020 are now officially at an end. May Georgetown live forever.
Pleasure, Fred. Pleasure.
Always good. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. Always good to have you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Careful. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Don't worry about me. That's right. Thanks, Chuck. You can limp home for me. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. One of the great ones. All right, well, let's do it again next year.
This is Scott Shelston's blood right there.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm working too hard.
That's commitment right there. As well you should. That's true. All right. I'm the first one on Blair to bleed out here. All right. That was fun. That was fun. So I emailed Russ and told him he has to leave the stands, so I'll just leave them here.
Okay.
And then I'll come get them later. And,
well, good. Well, thank you.
Safe drive home, guys.
Yes.
Thanks, Fred. Safe walk home for you. Probably more dangerous to walk than
I almost got hit yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people suck.
Honestly,
This is crazy.
I was trying to cross the street right there at the corner, and somebody was backing up, and I was just, I just stopped. It was
Like,
so
really?
amazing.
Yeah. They don't really teach you how to drive here. All right. I love you guys.
Thanks, man.
I'll
Have
see
a
you in the
great
morning.
trip to San Antonio. Oh, right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Chuck, you trying to fire me?
I guess.
There's something I don't know.
know.
Like, hey, we're going a different direction tomorrow morning. Hey, if that happens, it never hurt my
I decided to go with flugelhorn.
I mean, like, that hurts, man. Or, oboe, even worse. We're going with the English horn.
Yeah,
Dang,
English horn.
that's hard.
I'll be here at 8:30 in the morning.
All right, Chucky. See you, Jack Tilbury. See you in the morning.